Namaskar and welcome to Study Way Technology. My name is Deep Pandey, and in our today's session we are going to discuss something about aggregation in MongoDB. So till now we learned about how to get some data. We have studied about views actually so far. And some of you may know very well about insert, update or delete operations in MongoDB here. But in case if we talk about the real world application, then we can't live without the aggregation. And if MongoDB introduces a very big change in version 2.2 release that is called as aggregation framework. Okay. So before aggregation framework, this MongoDB used MapReduce for such type of operations. So aggregation is basically an alternative of MapReduce. Okay. Now what is this aggregation here? What is this? What do I mean by the term as aggregation? So in one line, if we can say that aggregation performs the operations on documents and provide the computed result. Okay. Now there is something called as aggregation function. So in order to achieve the aggregation, we use the aggregate function here within the MongoDB. And syntax for the same, we can say it's something like, let me take out my notepad. It's something like for the syntax that we are going to use is like db, then you have your collection name, okay, then aggregate, and after that we have to write some kind of pipeline options. Okay, so this is the basic syntax of aggregation over here. Now let's go back. So here you can see in our this notepad, you can see here that we have 2 points. One is your collection name, right? And another thing is pipeline options. So let us discuss them in somewhat more detail. The collection name, as you know very well, that is the name of collection on which we want to apply the aggregate function. Okay? And the pipeline or the aggregate pipeline is a framework which performs aggregation for us. So whenever we use this aggregation framework, this MongoDB pass document of a collection through a pipeline. And in this pipeline, document passes through different stages that we will discuss in our next slide, and each stage change or transform the document, and finally we get the computed result. Okay, so now let's discuss what are the various stages of pipeline over here. So in this table you can find out, like I have just explained it, like what are the stage and what is the SQL counterpart, like how it actually looks like if you talk about the SQL database, and what is the definition of each and every stage over there. So first one is dollar project. Okay, the SQL counterpart for the same is select. This actually passes the fields to the next stage with existing fields or with new fields, and we can add the new fields over here dynamically. Similarly, we have $match, which is equivalent to where clause here, and this will filter the document and will pass only the matching document to the next pipeline stage. Okay. Then we have $limit, which is again equivalent to limit function in case of SQL. This is called as called for limit the first X unmodified documents and pass them to the next stage of pipeline where X is the number of the documents which will pass through the next stage of pipeline. Then we have $group, which is equivalent to group by for SQL, and this will group the documents and pass them to the next stage of aggregation pipeline. Then we have $sort, which is again equivalent to order by, and it will change the order of the documents either in ascending or descending. And we may have $sum, which is sum equivalent to the sum of in case of SQL, and it is used to calculate the sum of all the numeric values over there. Then we have $lookup, which is equivalent to join, and it will perform the left outer join with another collection within the same database. Okay. So now let's go ahead and see some kind of practical exposure over there. So let's move from here. Oh, there is some okay, network error because it was idle for a long time. Let me log in over there once again. Fine. Let me get to the Mongo. Fine. Okay, this is MongoDB Enterprise. I have a database name called as demo. Okay, and I have a collection over here with the name as db.student.find. Oh, sorry, this is a student, not a student. Okay, good. I have this database. You can use keyword petty to have a better look of this document in the form of a JSON structure like this. Okay, so now first of all, let me use this $match. That is how we can use the where keyword. Okay, so for this, how we can go ahead? Let's say in this, first of all, what we are looking for is we are looking to filter the data based on the section. We have a student name, we have a section, it may be A, B, C, D, whatever it is. Average marks of the subjects, whatever they are mentioned in this square, within this square bracket, and these are the subjects. Okay. So what I'm looking for is I want to filter out the data for section B only. Okay. You can see some data for section B as well. Fine. So I want the data of those students who are in section B. How can I go ahead? db dot student dot aggregate. Okay, within the bracket, within the square bracket, we have to put and specify the condition. Within the curly bracket, we have $match. Okay, this match should be done with section B. Okay, section B. Fine. The rest will remain same. So let's go ahead, and you can see here that it's just filtered out the data for section B. Let me use pretty keyword. It will be much easy for you to have a look and feel for that. You can see here that it simply filtered out the data for section B. Right? Similarly, like let's say I want to filter out multiple fields. I mean to say like for those students, I want to filter out the data who received marks greater than 70%. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let us use the same kind of environment. Or let me type it once again: db dot student dot aggregate. Okay, then we have a bracket over here. We have a square bracket over here. Then we have to specify the match condition and curly braces $match. Okay, colon. within the curly braces. We can use it like dollar and. I mean to say, as you know very well, we have to use the and operator. It's like those students who are in section B and who have got a mark greater than 70%. Okay, I'm going to apply the and condition over there, and then you can specify the section first of all. Okay, section is A, A, okay, and the marks is dollar greater than we were discussing about 70%. Okay, simple. Just specified the section should be A. Oh, sorry, section should be B. I think we were talking about, right? Let's make it B. Okay, and this it should be greater than 70. One sec. So okay, I think no, it should be. We have to put all of them within double quotes. Still not. Why? One second. Oh yes, that's one of the reasons. That is marks. This was written in a small letter. So yes, guys, remember that this MongoDB is very much case sensitive. So be very careful. We were expecting this result. Only one result supposed to be there for Saurabh. Is in section B, and they have got marks greater than 70%. Okay, so just keep this point in mind. If you use it like this as well, let me test it out. We can yes, by that also. So using this double quotes with a column name or without using it doesn't make any sense. No need to be worried about that. Yes, but be very careful at the time of checking for the spelling or case sensitive, because this MongoDB is very much case sensitive. So be very careful on that. That's it. Okay. Now this is one of the example. Now let me move towards one more example. Let's see some more example. One of this example is something like about the project, dollar project, right? We know very well that a dollar project is basically used to as a select statement, right? So what I'm looking for is something like I need to find out like student name, section, and marks. Okay, I don't need subject and all right? So for this, what we can do is like db dot. Now again, I'm very careful about my case sensitivity. Aggregate. Okay. Then we have. Okay. Then we have dollar project. Project. Okay. Then we have something student name. Student name colon 1. Section colon 1. Okay. And then we have marks colon 1. Fine. So Let's see what the result. Good. We have got only this student name, section and marks over there. There is no column for subjects and all. So now let me try to get in some more details. One more thing, just keep in mind, like if you do not want this underscore ID field to be there, what you need to do is you need to mark it underscore ID colon 0. You can see here that it is only showing you the student name, section and marks. That's it. Because underscore ID is obviously it's a mandatory field. It should appear every time whenever you execute a particular command. Okay. Now I'm going to make it some more complicated. It's saying like I would like to have a student name, section, mark, where the section is A. Right? I would like to have these details only for those students who are in section A. So what I have to do is like, again, let me use the concept of aggregation, like db dot student dot aggregate something like this, this dollar match. Okay, then we have section which is A. Okay, like this, and then we have one more curly bracket, and we have to specify dollar project colon. We have student name colon 1 because I need it, section colon 1. Okay, marks colon 1 and underscore ID I want to make it 0. Fine, it's something like this. So let's go ahead. Good. You can see here now it is showing you details of only those students who are in section A. Right? Okay, obviously it is not showing you because the data is quite small actually. If I can make it underscore ID field to be mandatory, it will show you like this. Something like this. Right? So now you can see here that how you can use pretty your match and project aggregation concept in a similar way actually. Alright. So if you have to use both of them or you have to make decision and all something, so you can use like this. Then we have something called as group function. It's like suppose we want to find out the total marks group by section. In that case we have to use $group command. Okay, so let's again check it out. db dot student dot aggregate. Okay, something like this, something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, then $group. Okay, underscore ID. Fine, because I need to have it. Okay, and ID is again we are looking for the same, so should be here only, and then we are looking for section. Okay, then this is dollar section. Okay, after that make it comma, and what you are looking for, total marks. Okay, total marks is make it this way, and then dollar sum, okay, just sum of whatever be the dollar marks. Okay, right, you are just actually pointing to that particular word. Oh, one more mistake I've done. It should be capital M, right? Otherwise I might be stuck in the same condition. Okay, dollar marks, let's go ahead. And now this is the solution. You have this ID field over here that section D got 20 marks, section C got 140, section B got 160, and section A got 225 marks, like this, right? So this is how we can perform aggregation. You can perform different functions actually like this, and you can obtain the result accordingly in this scenario actually. All right. I hope you have got some basic idea about what are this aggregation pipelines over there. So for more details, please visit our website www.studybay.in. Or if you have any kind of training requirement, please let us know accordingly. You can mail us at hr@studybay.in, or you can call us on 700-70-34421. Kindly like, share, and subscribe this page to have updated information on these particular technologies. And have a nice time ahead and take a very good care of yourself. Bye-bye.